so much for coming out. What a great turnout, really appreciate it. This is the first backside comedy here at Zembo Temple Skate Museum. My name's Chadwick Dravk. I'm one of the hosts tonight. I'll bring up your other host in uno momento. We created this event space for things like this. We have bands play here. We have comedy here. We have a fingerboard contest here. We have a breakdance contest after this, Mike. Anyone wants to bow to me? I can do a good turbo walk. A turbo walk? Alright, that's enough. I don't dance for anyone. Alright, Estrada. Put those hands together for the goddamn comics. Keep those hands going for your other host, Ellie Summerling.
So excited to be here. I'm so excited to see all your beautiful faces. It's the first day of autumn. I'm devastated. Summer's not my favorite time of year, but it is the only time of year I get my pussy eaten. It's by mosquitoes. Did I surprise you? And I come up here and people are like, this bitch definitely sniffs baby foreheads. Incorrect. I mouth breathe them like it's the last air I will ever intake. I'm like, my niece is terrified of me, okay? No, that's not true. She loves me. She said, I love you the first time the other day. I was like, I will murder people for you. I love you so much.
I'm not feeling that great today. Anybody else not feeling that great? It's rainy. I woke up, I was a little bloaty, a little gassy, a little crampy. Yeah, I had my period. I don't know why I'm telling you in the front, I'm sure you can smell it just fine. Right? I find that when I talk about my period on stage, guys in the audience get a little uncomfortable, which I never understood because no guy has ever been uncomfortable fucking me on my period. I love when I tell a guy, I'm like, I can't tonight, baby, I'm on my period, and he's like, I don't care. I'm like, oh, you're so woke, oh my God. Are you gonna marry me? Is this what's going on? You're gonna fuck me on my period? And then he's like, it's cool, I'll put a towel down. Oh my God, for me? Oh, towel? That's crazy. I'm kidding, guys, I don't have my period. You don't have to be scared here in the front. Like, I hope I don't catch it. No, but I am wearing a tampon just for fun.
Hello! I am afraid! But I'm like built on fear. Like, I'll tell you a story. My company, it's a pretty modest company that I work for, but like once a year they like to throw us like a big party to act like they treat us nicely all the year. They're like, we got you, look, it's catered. I'm like, okay, cool, what about vacation? But first year I was working for them, the party was on a river cruise, which sounds great, except for it was on the Delaware River. For those who are unaware, the Delaware River it's a river, period, no. It's a river that sails between a land of trash and a land where the trash comes from. And I'll let you decide which is which.
I've been here since 11 a.m. today. Working all day, standing on my feet. You guys are obviously aware that I do own this shop, you know, it's a skateboard shop. I'm middle-aged. Own a goddamn skateboard shop. Babysitting everybody. Even these adults that work here. Oh, boy. And, I still skate. Is that okay? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. When people my age hear that I still skate, they trick me as if I'm in stage 3 of chemotherapy. Oh, that's so good, you're still doing that. I wish I was that brave. How do you still have hair? Actually, there's a lot of similarities between skateboarding and comedy. Like, they're both very painful. Jokes. Pretty funny.
A little about me before we get started. I recently got off of Tinder. It just doesn't really work for me. I think it's mostly because I dress like the creative player from Tony Hawk's Underground 2. It doesn't help, I kind of have the same vibe as the turtle from Over the Hedge. You know? It's just not great. One time a girl on a date told me I looked like I own every Arctic Monkeys album. They said I'll judge a book by its cover, but that bitch was right, you know? She had a good hunch. I did go to one pretty good date before I got off of Tinder. It was our second date. I was posted up in the Applebee's. You all catch my drift, right? We're all, hell yeah. We're happy to throw a 2 for 20, and this girl looks me dead in the eyes and just goes, oh, I hate it when it takes guys too long to come. And I was like, ma'am, what are you talking about? And just like guys, sometimes they fuck me for too long and it gets real boring, you know? And I was like, ma'am, I don't want to alarm you, but I think I'm your Prince Charming.
It's so cool. You guys are clap it. Are you all skaters? Clap it up. Some. Okay. And what? Clap. Are you all just strangers off the street? The rest of you? Cool. You all just live in Fishtown and dress like skaters? That's incredible. Good to know that's the dress code here. Wow. I wasn't a skater, but I did listen to ska music. I love ska, and you know what that makes me? A poser. I was a poser. I was like, I don't have balance, but I will fucking, you know, listen to horns and have people hate me, you know? Anyway, I date weirdos. Thank you. Like, if I had to describe the type of guy that I'm into, it would be Eeyore. Yeah. Like, if I walk up to a guy at the bar and I go, hey, how's it going? And he's like, oh, I'm just happy that somebody noticed me. Like, all right, you're coming home with me. Just as soon as we find your tail, we're getting the heck out of here. I have seasonal depression. What that means is if there's a season, I'm severely depressed. It's a problem, you know? That's not what it means. It means like when it's, you know, dark out, I get really sad, which is really fucked up as an Irish person, right? That's so fucked, considering the sun is the only thing that's done more damage to my people than Great Britain, right? And I need it to be happy? What the fuck is that about? That's crazy. I don't know. I am lucky though, because I do have a boyfriend who loves me and he takes really good care of me. Thank you. For example, those times when I'm feeling really sad, we shower way more together. Thank you. I was like, ew. You know? But it's not like a hot, sexy thing. He just wants to make sure that I keep doing it regularly. Yeah. I got on Tinder for sort of a weird reason. Like most people, when you start on Tinder, you're like, I want to book or I want to meet someone. And I started on Tinder because of my dog. 150-pound Newfoundland, okay? Like the dog from Beethoven in Beethoven, but with fewer brain cells. Okay, I went to let this dog out one morning, and I opened the door, and for the first and only time, this motherfucker corners a groundhog. He saw it, he was like, oh, I know what you are. I have a toy that looks just like you. It's my favorite toy, we're gonna have so much fun. And the groundhog did not have the same vibe. Groundhog was very upset, my dog didn't know what to do with that, so he just kind of like let it go, and the groundhog went down a hole. And I was like, oh shit, that is my exact vibe with dick. Just like I see one, I'm like, oh, I know what you are. I have a toy that looks just like you! It's my favorite toy, we're gonna have so much fun! And the real penis just has a mind of its own. It's trying to go in all the holes at once. You're like, no, not that one, the back one, get in there, bud.
You know, there's always like those women who you tell them, you're like, why aren't you having kids? And you're like, I'm on birth control. And they're like, do you know what that does to your body? You know, they always gotta make that point. Right, ladies, that's happened to you. Do you know what that does to your body? And the more I think about it, I'm like, absolutely not. Actually, I've never even thought about it. I've never even asked my doctor, like, what I take and what it does to my body. I just assume that I take the pill every day, and then it just blends the fetus up into a banana smoothie. What are you saying? It gives me energy then for my full-time job, bitch. No.
I do work in education, which means I see a lot of alphabets. And you'd think they're all just like A to Z, and I get it. You don't work in education like me, a hero. My favorite alphabet, though, there's this alphabet. It goes A, apple, B, bat, C, cat, D, dog, E, Ed. And it's just a picture of a guy named Ed, I think. It's a picture of a guy with ED printed in giant letters on his shirt. So I hope his name's Ed, and he's not just a guy they like caught leaving an erectile dysfunction meeting. Not right for an elementary school alphabet. I don't really feel any sort of way about it. Whatever. I mean, sure, he looks like a guy whose dad got him a job in the alphabet, but like, whatever. I don't have any real opinion about him. But this alphabet hates Ed. And I know that because when you get to M in this alphabet, M is for man. And that man looks nothing like Ed. That man had a haircut.
Oh man, I started skateboarding back in the mid-'80s. When it was punk rock and rebellious. And trick names weren't very PC, you know, it's a different time. And back then around middle school, I became part of the LGBTQS community. S being skater. We were outcasts, we were shunned by the norms, you know? Every day I was pushed around and called a freak or a queer. And that was before I left the house to go to school.
So, I started dating this new girl recently, and it's awesome. I like her a lot. But me and her have been friends for years, okay? And I tell all of my friends that I love them all the time, okay? But when you start dating one of your friends, you have to stop saying that for the sake of clear and concise conversation, you know? So now I leave the bar and I say things like, all right, bye, I love you guys, except for you, Stacy. I just like you a lot. Hell yeah, thanks, skaters. I went and saw the band Disturbed a couple months ago. That was a real good time, dude. It was a real good time. I saw the band Disturbed. You guys like Disturbed? It's alright, it's fine. While I was there, I saw 3 different dudes that had entire sleeves of Yu-Gi-Oh! Tattoos. Who'd have thought the sickness we were all down with was autism? Everybody? I have realized recently that I have a substance abuse problem. Okay? And it was hard for me to figure out because like I don't need to smoke weed every day. I don't need to drink every day. I don't need to take mushrooms every day. I don't need to do blow every day. But I do gotta do one of them.
Oh my God, I love my boyfriend. We've been together for 6 years and we're not engaged unless... He is here. Like, sometimes he's not. Don't worry, I know he's gonna do it soon because I've been doing that part of the joke for like 6 months. So any day now, it's gonna happen, right? That's how this works, you just guilt them into it. I work in insurance. Thank you, at least you didn't boo. This is, thank you, I know. One time someone booed and I was just like, well, I hope your house burns down. I don't know. I know people hate it. I know they hate me for doing it. I don't want to be there. And I know people hate me because every time I tell someone what I do one-on-one, they always say the same thing. They're always like, oh, so you're the reason why I can't get my medicine. And I'm always like, no, I'm the reason you don't get money when your pipes burst, okay? It's a very different type of insurance. Get it right if you're going to be mad at me, right? I hate my job. But then what's really crazy is we had to pull all of our auto coverage out of Florida. Any guesses why?
Hurricane.
No, that's a great guess.
It's Florida.
It's actually accurate. It's because of old people. Yeah, and what are the old people doing? They're killing motorcyclists. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're killing so many that an insurance company was like, it's not worth the risk anymore. It's like the entire Hells Angels biker gang being taken out by the cast of Golden Girls down there. It is. But I went on a date with this man, and we had such a lovely time, and then we went back to his place, and he was like, hey, and I was like, and I don't know what it was about this situation that made him think, yeah, she's down to fuck. But he was correct. I was ready to go. I was like, let's do this thing. And he just started throwing his entire fantasy bucket list at me, like Velcro balls at a Velcro wall. And I gotta say, my bush, she's plentiful. She caught him. I was like, he was like, let's try this. And I was like, let's go. He was like, damn, you're freaky. I was like, I am learning on the job, buddy. I don't have sex often, but when I do it wrong. And I did, it was real bad. Because at some point I was like, oh my God, I get what sex is. Sex is just improv. I can say anything and this motherfucker's gonna yes and me. So I said some things and he was like, damn, you are freaky. I was like, I'm sorry. I thought it would be fun, and it was for me. He's fine, I got a strong back and I lift with my legs, he's good. Had a kissing dream recently. Different than a sex dream. You guys know this, right? Sex dream, someone hot, someone you want to nail and bail. Someone like your Chris Hemsworth, your Chris Evans, your Danny DeVito, you know? Somebody hot. Get in there. Kissing dream is someone you love, someone you care about, someone you'd like to have a life with. And I was having this dream about one of my really good friends, and in this dream, I'm helping him move, and we're moving all the stuff, and we're starting to flirt, and I'm batting my eyelashes, and things are, you know, seeming to take off. And at the very end, when every last thing was put away, he turned to me, and he grabbed me by the ass, and he pulled me in close, and he gave me the most passionate, like soul-stirring kiss I have ever experienced. And I woke up, and I was flushed, and I had butterflies in my stomach, and I just laid there, and I thought, oh my God, even in my wildest dreams, I still have to carry a motherfucker's baggage before he'll bang me. But it's okay though, because I got a strong back and I lift with my legs. Guys, I'm Ellie.
I went to the gynecologist recently. Anybody else? Oh, that's not good. It's weird, I'll tell you, since you've never been. They basically tell you to undress, and then you like have to go up on the stirrups, and the doctor goes like fully into my, what's the medical term for it?
Cervix.
Pussy hole. Yeah, that's what it is. She goes directly into my pussy hole. It's like the worst feeling. You want to think about anything else while you're there, right? Like a lady is literally has a cold hands in your pussy hole. And I was there the last time, and I couldn't help notice that my gynecologist has a huge engagement ring. It is the biggest engagement ring I've ever seen in my entire life. It's actually kind of absurd. It's just like the heart of the ocean right there in her hand. And then when she went in me, I couldn't help but think, like, I could snag this thing. You know? I know that I'm weird. It's okay, you guys can see that. And I'm a Sagittarius. Give it up for me. That's what I tell people. I'm like, I'm a Sagittarius, so you know what that means. That's the half man, half horse. Yeah, I have a huge penis. I'm hung like a horse. That's my time. Thank you so much.
Oh man, I was driving to work and I saw this really weird accident. It was one of those where like the people like playing kindness chicken. It's just like, you go, no, come on, you go. No, I am the nice one here. I am so generous. You do it. You go. Come on, you go. And then they tied. It shut down the whole intersection. It was a really rough accident for like such a short distance. But that's not the weird part. The weird part was when the guy across the intersection from me started rolling in really slowly and tapped the accident. It was helpful for the rest of us because it was like a really tense situation, and after that it kind of, alleviated it a little bit, but we were all just kind of confused until the guy got out of his car and yelled, "I just want to be part of something!" I understood. I've been there. We've all had those days. You'll never guess who that guy was, though. It's Ed from the alphabet. All right, that's all I'm doing. Have a good night.
I guess we're in lower Kensington here, I think so. Fish Town's just right over there, across Frankfurt Ave. I live over there, a couple blocks away. It's nice. Did you guys ever see one of the electric skateboards around your neighborhood? Did you guys ever see those zipping around? Hate it when I see those around here. It means my property taxes are going up, you know. During the century, I lived in Fairmount by the art museum. It's a good spot. I like it up that way. Fairmount Park, love it. It's gorgeous. It's huge. Walk around the paths, get lost in the woods. It's fun. I love it. What I don't love about Fairmount Park is hearing screams in the distance. You know? Like, I'm not really sure if someone's having a really good time or if someone is having a really good murder. Either way, I turn around. I'm not walking anyone having a good time, you know. In the 90s, I lived in the neighborhood before it was cool, you know. Different time back then. And back then, if you saw a pickup truck driving around, it was probably a couple rednecks from Bucks County looking to smash some faces, you know. The times are different now, you know. Because you see a pickup truck driving around the neighborhood these days, it's just a couple of femmes looking to smash some faces. It's a whole lot better. It's a beautiful time. No, that's enough for me.
I don't know. I've been drinking a lot. I'm drinking a lot though lately. I'm drinking a lot of Miller High Life. You guys like Miller High Life? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They call it the champagne of beer. I don't necessarily agree with that. You know, mostly because like I've never drank 8 glasses of champagne and then snorted Adderall. My grandpa is my favorite person in the whole wide world, though. My grandpa is my favorite person in the world. But my grandpa, he fell down the Fox News trap of the early 2000s. Like I can assume a lot of your grandpops might have did too. You know? Like my grandpa was very awesome when I was little. He'd call me and he'd be like, "Yo, Peter, do you want to ride to Chuck E. Cheese?" Or like, "Hey, let's have a catch." Or like, do you need to ride to Cub Scout camp tomorrow? You know, and now I get calls at Tuesdays at 11 a.m. where my grandpa says things like, "Peter, there aren't so many goddamn illegals. You would have had to go to college. You could have just got a CDL." And I'd be like, "Pop, I went to film school. I should probably get a CDL." You know? Yeah. No, okay, so my grandpa, he's very cool. My grandpa, he bought a gun. He bought a gun recently at the age of 87, which felt like a weird time to me, you know, and I asked him why. I went to the shooting range with him, and I asked him why he bought a gun, and he was like, Peter, I don't think you'll understand. The elderly are pretty vulnerable." I'm like, "No, Pop, I get that." He's like, "Peter, we are fragile. And even in our own homes, there are things that want to and will hurt us." And I'm like, "Pop, I get that. I just hope that you get that a Glock can't help you against the stairs." You know, like unless grandma trips and you gotta make a moral decision. So my grandpa is an anti-vaxxer. Okay, that's the problem. And he's been an anti-vaxxer forever. This isn't like a COVID thing. He just doesn't believe in polio. But I tried to ask him why. And I was like, "Pop, why don't you like vaccines?" He's like, "Peter, we didn't have autistic people when I was a boy." And I was like, "Pop, I can guarantee you did." He's like, "Peter, we never goddamn won." I'm like, "Pop, I don't want to fuck up your day, but you have a puzzle room." All right, I'm Pete Eckenroth. Get over Chadwick and Ellie. I'm gonna
This is a really important part of the show because I want you guys to still kind of like me, but I want to talk about ghosts. Are we cool? Okay, clap it up if you've ever seen a ghost. Oh hell yeah! Okay, no one's checking their online depression, but we're all seeing ghosts. That's cool. Okay. I'm just taking surveys of everything that's going on in here. I've seen
ghosts. I've tried telling ghost stories on stage, but it scares people more than they laugh, and I don't like the quiet reactions. It makes me sad. I have this one friend, and she, I was telling her about how much I love ghosts, and she was like, "Oh God, I hope ghosts aren't real. I don't want my grandma to watch me have sex." I was like, how dare you, first of all. And second of all, what kind of freak-ass grandma did you have, right? Because I like to think that even if my grandma was a ghost watching over me, if me and my boyfriend started to have sex, she'd be like, all right, I'll catch you later, you know? I don't want to believe the only reason my grandma didn't watch me have sex when she was alive is because she wasn't invisible. You know? That is a horrible thing to consider. I have a lot of friends that are into dad bods. They love the dad bods. I don't really get it, because I think when my friends say they like dad bods, they mean like hot dads, like fit. Like, when I think about my dad has diabetes. So to me, like a dad bod is just a person without a foot. Yeah. I think the most messed up part about the joke is that my dad still has both his feet. But he also does have diabetes, so I just wrote that joke too soon. Like, it's coming. My dad is so Italian that when I was born, he wanted to name me Brooklyn. I know, that's true, I know. And I'm kind of, which is way better than what he wanted to name my sister, Verrazano Bridge. So I dodged a bullet right out of the gate. But like, I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't name me Brooklyn. I feel like it would have been so much more appropriate for me, considering how many hipsters I've let inside me, you know? Should I not end on that filthy ass joke? Yeah, all right, I'll do one more also disgusting joke. I do have one friend who scares me. Her type is dangerous dudes. She loves dangerous dudes. They freak me out. Like, we'll go out to a bar and she'll point at a guy. She'll be like, ooh, look at that guy. He looks like he likes to choke you during sex. And I'm always like, ooh, hot. Little problem, right? He also looks like a guy that likes to choke you not during sex. No, thank you. He's so scary. You guys have been wonderful. Have a great night.
Thank you so much. No, thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. No, you guys. Come on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming out. Thanks again, guys. And also, by all means, please don't make a mess. I have to clean it up. I've been here all day. Seriously. God. Man. Put those hands together.